Right, welcome back. We start with this. Mamelodi Sundowns reclaimed their top spot in the league last night after a hard-fought victory over Marumo Gallants. The Brazilians now turn their attention to this weekend's MTN8 semi-final second leg clash against Orlando Pirates. The two giants of South African football head to the Monqoba Stadium, deadlocked at 0-0 after the first leg at Orlando Stadium. To preview this game and discuss other footballing matters, we are joined by Sundowns coach Manqoba Mngqithi. Coach, first of all, thank you so much for your time. We're very happy to have you with us. Let's talk firstly about last night's match. It was another 1-0 result, another narrow win. Just first of all, the importance of those little wins that you are getting at the moment. You haven't done a big win, I think, since August, and it's been 2-1, 1-0 here and there. Just how important is that for you in your campaign?
Thanks for having me, Hlani. For us, it's always to try and better our benchmarks in many ways. And when we get 1-0, but we win the game, we still appreciate, though sometimes we feel we could have scored more. And even yesterday, I think our first half was very dominant. It could have easily given us 3 to 4 goals, but our second half, I must say, we lost control of the game, and it could have gone either way. But we appreciate the result because that is all we are working for now.
And I know a few weeks ago you were talking about the log leader situation, where there have been different log leaders in the league so far this season. Just for you, how important is it to have regained that top position leading up to the last of the matches before that long break that comes up in November?
To be honest, as Sundowns, we don't concentrate much on who is on top of the league at that point in time. Our main focus is our process. Our process is the division of the championship into 6 cycles of 5 matches each, and to look at the number of points that we are getting in each cycle of 5 matches. And where we are now, we are comfortable, but we probably think we could have had a little bit more points than what we have. But we never really focus on the championship. We believe the process will take care of itself.
And of course, that attention now is towards the MTN8. Just how do you see Saturday's match panning out? Obviously, you want that win, but you at least played out a goalless draw against Pirates before. So no pressure, I guess, because you are level with Pirates going into Monqoba Stadium.
It's going to be a very interesting match, and I think everybody is looking forward to watch the kind of a match that can come out from Pirates and Sundowns at this stage, and more especially after the first round that was not very good in terms of goals, but very good in terms of showing the quality of football that South Africa can produce. But one believes we are in a good chance to fight for what we believe is ours, and we've got all the respect and the humility to understand that Pirates is not a walkover. It's a team that has really recruited very well, and it's a team that has been doing exceptionally well, and it makes this game one of the most interesting games in the South African calendar, and people, I'm sure, are looking forward to go and join us in Polokwane. I would not be surprised if we've got a sold-out venue on the day.
Coach, I know one of your star players wasn't available for last night's match. Can you just maybe provide an update, whatever you can, on the state of Peter Shalulile and what is happening with him?
I think tomorrow we'll get the final word from our specialists. But one is still optimistic that maybe Peter can still make this game of Saturday. But if the specialists believe that maybe we cannot do anything about it, then we'll have to accept it. Unfortunately, we have played 3 matches in his absence, and we've managed to score 16 goals in the process.
Okay. I just want to ask, before we wrap up, about the Champions League. Obviously, that's always a big talking point with Sundowns. With what's happening in the league now, you've regained your top position. You've also got Champions League coming up. Is there a chance that, because you haven't won this since 2016, you might want to focus more on this and possibly let go of the league challenge a little bit, or not be as serious on the league challenge? Or are you still looking at both of them?
The unfortunate part is that the championship is the gateway towards the Champions League. So if you relinquish the championship, you end up losing the chance of playing in the Champions League again. So for us, it's always to fight for the championship first, because we know that is our gate to play in the Champions League, and give the Champions League the respect that it deserves, and give it a go, and we will try again. We've been trying from 2016 and it's not been happening, but one is always optimistic that sooner than later we'll turn it around and be able to win it.
Okay, and just lastly, maybe on a personal level, we've seen coaches moving from South Africa and coaching in Egypt, coaching in Iran, Saudi Arabia. For you, and even in the national team, just as coach, what are you kind of looking at for the future? Could we possibly see you maybe in the national team or somewhere else outside of Sundowns?
I'm one person who likes to respect the process and respect what God's wish is, because I don't know what God wants me to be. But at the moment, I'm content that I want to see Sundowns achieving all its targets. And the Champions League is one of the things that one will always fight for. And with the support of my fellow coaches, I'm confident that the team we have will, in the near future, be able to help us to win the Champions League, because that is what we want. Then after that, one still has the responsibility to see how far we can go with defending the championship, the DStv Premiership, which we have defended for 5 times now, and you can see this season people are coming very hard behind us, and it would be nice to defend it again and again and again and again and see how far we can go. But after that, one would look into other possibilities of the national team, going to other clubs and seeing how far we can go. But I always want to focus on what is in front of me at that point in time.
Okay. You know, you speak about those teams that are chasing you. A team like Supersport United that hasn't always, you know, kept pace with Sundowns. For you as derby rivals, how important is that to kind of see that the two of you can be a derby, possibly as big as or similar to what we've seen happening in Soweto?
I think we should give credit to Kevin, because Supersport under Kevin is always a different team, and I think once again he's showing his quality and his pedigree, and who would have thought Supersport would be where they are on the log as it is now. And to be honest, they are a serious dark horse this season, but it's still a very long journey. It's a marathon that we have only completed 10 kilometers or 11 kilometers. We still have more than 19 kilometers to go, and we will see what happens after. But one should give credit to Kevin. I think he has done well, and it will be nice to have the Tshwane derby being as strong as the Soweto derby, but it will take a little bit of time and hard work to make sure that we take it to that level.
Okay, lovely. Thank you so much, Coach, and good luck for that match against Pirates. That was Mamelodi Sundowns coach Manqoba Mngqithi, who was just giving us a rundown of what happened last night and what is coming up this weekend in their MTN 8 semi-final against Pirates. Back